Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. You can follow Xtra on the Twitter bird at Xtra VDG. You can follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. If you like, if you want, if you must, you can follow me as well, but I'm not that active. I am warning you, I am not that active, but I may become active. If you know, you know. Vince D. Gregory at Vince D. Gregory. There was something that occurred. There was something that happened. And usually I give it enough time to breathe. Usually I give it enough time to air out. But this caught me off guard. This caught me by surprise. I'd had no idea that this was the case. I had no idea that this was what it was and what it is and the future of everything moving forward. All of the ideas, all of the thoughts, all of the late nights wondering if there was ever going to be a solution. I can rest easy now. I can rest easy now. Those couple of seconds that I was staying up thinking about this, I get those seconds back. Now I can utilize those seconds in a more efficient way to do something else. I can utilize those seconds in a more efficient way to do something that I want to do. Yeah, I can. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I ever asked for. However you feel I'm worthy, thank you. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels and seems like it's every single day, but we know it ain't every single day. It just feels that way because we got this special, unique bond that we share. Sharing is caring. However, sharing ain't for everything. You don't share everything. If you know, you know, or use your imagination. Family program, family show. Sharing is caring, but there are limitations. But we got this special, unique bond. One day, one time frame, somebody's going to come up, what to call it. Somebody going to say what it is. And we're going to retroactively take it back to that moment in time. We're going to retroactively and say it was always this, but we just didn't know. Now we know. Now everyone knows. Now everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows what to call it. But we didn't need that because we got this good intuition feeling. And we know it's special and we know it's unique. And that's good for all of us. That is good for all of us. I'm going to bring back some of the classics. I'm going to bring back some of the hits, but this ties into a classic. This ties into a hit, but it's definitely new. It is definitely new. It's not an old story. There's no historical documents that can confirm or deny this. This is something that I found out. This is something that I saw and I immediately said, I gotta sing like a bird. I immediately said, I gotta sing one of my best songs ever. Cause I ain't never seen this before. And it's definitely gonna take some joy away from my heart. Take some joy away from my solar system. Take some joy away from me as a being. Not a human, but me as a being. I'm going to lose a little bit of joy. Also, I'm going to gain 30 seconds of sleep. Double edge. Nah, we call that a dilemma. We call that a dilemma with a capital D and a capital A. Dilemma. Okay, so I made this promise to myself long ago. I had to set it up. Noobs don't know. Regs, you know. But it ain't changed. It is still the same. Keeping it 100. Keeping it 100. I made this promise to myself long time ago. It should have been not to blow up any engines because I've blown up so many. I am engine destroyer, breaker of engines, and all of that. It should have been that, but it's not. I made the promise to myself long ago that I was never going to run out of petrol again, that I was never going to run out of fuel again, that I was never going to run out of gasoline again inside the G-Ride because I had to take a walk of shame. I had to take a walk of shame and people was honking, people was waving, people was saying, hey, you need a ride? Psych. You keep the stepping. You get the stepping. You keep walking. You walk and step at the same time. You walk and step at the same time. You know what? Left, right. And they were just saying all sorts of stuff that will make a grown man cry. They were saying all sorts of things that'll have you at home listening to Drake and wishing you was someone else. And I made a promise to myself that day. Never again will I take this walk. Never again will I have to have a can to hold petrol, a can to hold fuel, a can to hold gasoline and walk it to the petrol station and place it on the ground and fill it up because that's how you do that. You don't hold it in the air. You don't have both things in your hands in the air like you don't care and waving it around. That is not how you do that. I'm talking like I'm a seasoned pro. I'm talking like a seasoned vet, but I'm not. I just know that I did it the correct way. Did I know it at the time? Intuition and gut feeling it just felt right to just sit it down. I wasn't going to hold it. I was not going to hold it. But I must say there were some pictures that was saying that this is how you do that. I can't take full credit. I just trust the pictures and I trust my intuition and gut feeling. I set the can down and then I placed the nozzle in and then proceeded on to do what I need to do. And the cackles and the jokes and the calling me out my name or calling me all sorts of things that I can't make out. It didn't stop. It was still happening. It was still going on. I didn't feel belittled. I didn't feel endangered, but I felt some kind of way. I was all in my feelings. I didn't want to feel that feeling no more. I'd rather been punched in the face. I'd rather had 2 black eyes. I'd rather be say, dance, dance, dance. And I would have just broke out and sung and danced and danced. That felt more better than the humiliation that I had when it came to getting that petrol and putting it in the can and walking it back to the G-Ride because I made a miscalculation. All of this intelligence, all of this math and science that I know ain't helped me then. In fact, that overconfidence made and led me astray. That overconfidence put me in that position that I was. So I made a promise to myself and said, never again. I don't want to feel this way again. I don't want to go through this again. I'm going to do everything in my power to just maintain and not do this ever again. And so far, that's been the case. And so far, it's been true. Have there been times where it been close? You betcha. Have there been times where I'm sweating and I'm thinking about that? I'm thinking about all of the things. I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks of what happened because I am so close for it to happen again. And my body's just shaking. I'm in cold sweats, thinking about all the cackles, thinking about all the sayings, thinking about all the name calling, thinking about that I'm going to be listening to some Drake tonight, thinking about I'm going to be all off of my feelings, thinking about I'm going to be humiliated. Yeah, I got close. I've come close. But still, I have kept the promise to myself. Not running out of petrol again. I pays attention to the bells and whistles. I pays attention to the light when it comes on. And then the next light when it comes on and saying that you ain't got that long. You better make a decision and you better make a decision quick. You better make a decision ASAP. In other words, if you ain't near a store, you better get to walking. You better get to walking. I've come that close. I have. Yes, I have. But the promise has been maintained. And the thing that shook me, the thing that took me out of my element, it wasn't that I was close. Cause I ain't been close in a long time. That ain't where I'm trying to go. I'm just setting it up. I am just setting it up because that level of humiliation, I envision it is the same level of humiliation if you pull up to the petrol station and your place where you put the nozzle is on the other side and you have to you have to either back up or pull forward or maneuver your car in such a way so you can be on the right side where the nozzle can just go in and you can just make it simple and easy. But others, they don't do that. Others can't admit defeat. Others say, I'm going to make this work. Others say, I don't care. IDK. And they try. They pull little hards to make that little short cord work. They try with they pull little hards to try to get that nozzle in the other side where they done parked on the wrong side. And that was like amusement to me. That was like a movie within a movie within a movie. It's kind of like a meta reality within a reality, but it's actually real. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, this can't be real, but it is real. How could this happen? I don't know. That's why this moment is something to cherish. That's why this moment is to say it's special. That's why this moment is something that you just appreciate because it doesn't happen that often. And when it does happen, it is pure gold. It is a pure gold mine, something that you just appreciate. You just appreciate it. And if you got some popcorn, you sitting there eating some popcorn. If you are in tune with the universe a little bit more, you take out your phone and you record this and you share this with the world. You take out your phone, you record this and you share this with the world and you post it on your social media so everybody can dig in, so everybody can share the wealth, so everybody can feel good, so everybody can see what not to do and see what to do. But what I saw today, that took all that away. What I saw today, it took all of that away. All of them hopes and dreams of being able to have a special moment that rarely ever occurs. Let's just say under 5% that this happened. Now that 5% is going to be about less than 1%, but closer to somewhere in the middle between 0 and 1. It ain't 0 all the way yet because every petrol station hasn't went to this. Every petrol station has not developed this technology. Every petrol station ain't on board with this just yet. But I see the direction it's going and I don't like it. I see the way it's going and I don't like. But it's okay. It is okay because there is still the historical documents. There are still the vids that I can just pull up and look like watching a classic movie. Look like I'm watching a classic movie, and that's where it's going to eventually go. That's what is going to eventually happen. I'm not prepared for that, but I'm mentally preparing myself now because what I saw today was like an alert, like one of them alerts that I have to pay attention to when I'm about to run low on petrol. It's like one of those alerts. I can ignore it, but if I ignore it for too long, I am going to be breaking a promise to myself. Although the comp to this, if I ignore it too long, it's just going to be gone away forever and ever and ever. And this petrol station basically had signs up and had the little highlights up. Cause the highlights help me out how to fuel my petrol and all that stuff with the can. Well, it had up and it's like, you can park on any side. The nozzle will fit anywhere because it's that long. They don't make it short anymore. They make it long. So if you mess up and park on the wrong side, and if you about that life of not actually turning the vehicle on turning the vehicle around and putting the vehicle on the correct side, this petrol station is for you. This fuel station is for you. This place to get gasoline is for you because they made it easy for you. They took away all of the pain. They took away all of the humiliation. They took away all of the joy. They took away the thing that make life unique. They took away the thing that everybody can just share together. They took all that away by making the pump long enough to fit on both sides. This already rare occurrence is gonna be even rare. You're gonna have to be at one of them old stations where they just say, you know what? Nah, we're gonna keep things how they supposed to be. We're gonna keep the universe truthful and honest. We're gonna make sure that we live in this old traditional way, this old traditional life, and that is keeping the nozzle and the pump short and only meant for one side. But them other stations taking over. Them other stations will take over, and it will be long enough where if you mess around and park and pull your vehicle on the wrong side, no worries, it's gonna fit. Your pump or the place where you put your petrol is on the passenger side and you done park on the driver's side, not to worry. The pump is gonna fit now because you got that extra length. That blew my mind. That killed my joy. That put me in a place and made a reminder to me like this is truly somebody else's world and I'm living in it. Where was those devices and stuff made for people running out of petrol and running out of fuel and not having to take the walk of shame and not having to get the petrol and the fuel? Where are mulligans? Where are the things that's supposed to make us feel good? Yeah. And then I just started thinking a little bit more and I said, well, okay. And then those 30 seconds was up. Thank you. Be sure to check out the new and improved website, extra.vdgsports.com. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, basically all things Vince, all things Vince. There's a YouTube as well, VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, basically do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. Yeah, do what you do, please. Noobs, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me a shot. Thank you for coming and continuously coming back and lasting this long. Greg, you know what time it is. I'm going to give you a little, but not all. Peace out.